I owe this, come on. Brooklyn raised a Mary Jamaica, a little Trinidad, a little Haitian, a little
This is girl Shayna, undergroundgirlsofhiphop.com. And I got someone on the line with me that laid the foundation of hip-hop, not just for the females in the game, but males in the game as well. I got my girl MC Lyte on the line. What's good?
Oh, man, good morning to you. All is well.
Top of the morning to you. Man, I'm almost speechless because, you know, you have, like I said, laid the foundation for males and females alike in the game. You know what I mean? How'd you get started so early on in the game? We all know your history, but how'd you pick up that mic, though?
Oh, boy. I think in grade school, you know, pretty much the crew was banging on desktops and rhyming, and there was this one guy named Cool C. You know, his real name was Eric. And he would write my rhymes for me. Mm-hmm. And then one day I said to him, you know, I want to write my own rhymes. He said, yeah, you should try. And I was like, okay. So I started writing rhymes like about, oh boy, I must have been about 10 or 11, somewhere around there.
Wow.
And that's when I really started getting into it. And then I had a rap partner, and we used to write rhymes together. We were a duo. And
like all the songs you've done have been like hits after hit after hit. And they've gone down in history. Like,
mm-hmm.
It's other artists that I talk to, young female rappers every day, and I'll mention some female artists, you know, as like Sweet Teas and the other ones, and they like, who is that? I'm like, are you kidding? But you saying,
yeah.
Lyte. Little kids is like, yeah, I know Lyte. So it's like, how have you stayed so relevant like that? You know,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
Where people know you, like generation after generation after generation, everyone knows MC Lyte, and they know MC Lyte is a lyrical beast. You know what I'm saying? It's like, how do you stay so relevant like that?
Well, you know, I could tell you one thing with Sweet Tea, because she's one of the people I certainly listened to coming up. But I think she was out like in 83, 84, and I didn't come out until 87. So I had a couple more years. And aside from that, because there's been female MCs that have come out after me that people still don't know. But I think I sort of cross-generational because the music that I put out wasn't really about an era. It was more about a people. So me as a person, which means that people who grew up listening to me can still listen to me, can actually have their kids listen to me. Mm-hmm. And then also, you know, with the television, I was able to cross over into a whole nother generation. We're half and half. And, you know, I have generations argue amongst one another. Like the kid is like, that's the lady from the show with the lollipop. Like, no. And then mama go, no, that's MC Lyte, and this is what she sounds like when she rhymes. And then they wound up having a whole nother new connection built with music for MC Lyte.
Wow, that's great. So coming out today, is your music still the same, or are you switching it up, or are you just staying the recipe of MC Lyte?
Wow.
Or do you keep that same recipe? Because, like I said, every time I hear you spit, I'm like, God, I need to step up my bars, you know. So every time I hear you, it's like you keep it together. So are you changing that, or do you keep it pretty much the same recipe?
Well, I think for today, it's still pretty much the same. I'm saying what I feel. I'm saying what's true to me. I'm not going outside of boundaries of acting like somebody else, you know, or rhyming about things that aren't true. So that's still the same. And then the new song, Brooklyn, has a reggae vibe to it, which is totally me because I grew up in Brooklyn, which is like a little West Indies.
Yeah.
And, yeah, so it's pretty much the same. And then I don't know if you got a chance to check the song Loading, but that's a song I did with Charles Hamilton, which everybody is talking about right now. But, yeah, I'm just having fun.
Yeah, it seems like it. And I understand you just shot a video to Brooklyn as well.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I'm going to be on the phone with the director in a little bit to see this first cut.
Okay, because we want to get that. Underground Girls of Hip Hop want to get that video, y'all. We going to have that up and spinning, and y'all got to support her on that one because it's hot.
Oh, beautiful.
I know they've heard you. And what's up with Almost September? That's a new group you working with, or this is your group?
Yeah, it's my group. I'm a part of it. We did a deal out in Europe with Sony BMG, and we went out there in November and December, performed in a couple different countries, a bunch of different cities in Germany, and then we also went to Amsterdam and went to Switzerland. And I guess the next step is if we want to put out a record, we would do it there.
Oh, okay. Since that's the fan base is pretty big. I'm hearing a lot of people talking about it here. You know, so you might want to drop it out here too, because I'm like,
well,
I ask people, who your favorite rapper? It's like MC Lyte, she have Almost September. I'm like, oh, okay.
We have an EP that's available on iTunes, and so it's about 6 songs that people could get into for Almost September.
Oh, okay. That's what's up. Now, we talk to a lot of females in hip hop. And the reason why we put this site together is because we're trying to guide females in hip-hop to be legendary, to be MC Lyte, to be able to have that impact in the industry. What would you tell them? What would be one key rule in the game that you would tell them, to keep them moving forward?
Oh, boy. I would say to never let a major record deal to help determine whether or not you stay rocking on the mic. Keep rocking on the mic at all costs and make sure that you remain true to yourself. Don't get swept away by what's going on the major front right now. And I would say to get out there and perform. That's the true way to overcome any of these adversities when it's time for major record companies to sign female MCs. Forget that. Let's go straight to the people and perform at talent shows, perform at seminars, anytime you can get on the stage to perform, get up there and do it and work out and, work your exercise.
How do you feel about the female content today?
Well, I think I can't even say female content. I think it's in general, I can't zop it all on the female. Okay. I think they're just rapping about what's popular today. A lot of people take their lead from what they hear. So it's like, okay, if that's the hot thing to talk about, then I'm gonna talk about that. But I think everyone in general, male and female, needs to know that they can have the freedom to talk about whatever they want to talk about. It's not just limited to that.
Okay, just open your eyes, be a little bit broader. That's what's up. So what can we expect? When are you dropping the next MC Lyte album?
That's coming. I'm trying to go for September, but it's all going to be according to the single that we drop in June. So once we drop this single, if all is a go and we're ready to rock, then we'll hit September with the MC Lyte record.
And will that single be Brooklyn? Or
no, Brooklyn is just a warm-up single. It's another single coming.
Okay, all right. She got something under her belt, like 1s and 2s.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, who you working with on the album as far as production-wise? Do you have a production team that you stick with?
Absolutely. It's a crew out of Atlanta called Black Heart and Black Phantom. Mm-hmm. And whenever I'm ready to work, I just fly out there and I get it done.
That's what's up, MC Lyte. How can I get in touch with you, MC Lyte?
Oh boy, well they could Twitter me. I'm definitely down with the Twitter crew. I like to keep my fans up to date.
How many followers you have right now? We just getting started.
I don't think I have too many. I probably got about 14,000, somewhere around that number.
Wow, we probably got like 14. He said 14,000.
You're crazy. They can find me at mc-lyte.com. I'm also blog at oksister.com and thelytezone.com. And then I'm at Reverb Nation. I'm also on Facebook. I'm everywhere, like it, trying to be all places at once.
Right. So hit up MC Lyte, get her on MySpace, YouTube, Google MC Lyte. You can Google MC Lyte. You know what I mean? You can Google MC Lyte and find like 3 million things on her and everything else. Man, we really appreciate you, hollering at us, giving us your time, because we know, you're constantly working and giving us just your insight on the game, and we love you and we support you. So drop us with anything. Anything you got, we got.
I love who love me, so thank you very much. I appreciate the support throughout the years and all the young MCs and DJs that are listening now and journalists, and just keep the hip-hop movement alive. Do